Welcome back to the 1216 podcast. This is the manga section review, and of course, we have chapter 1119 EMET. We start off, of course, with looking at the journey of Yamato as Yamato goes to Wano still, making her way around, and she gets pelted by rocks by children who still hate Kaido to this day, but they don't know that Yamato is not with Kaido, but Yamato thinks that Yamato is Odin. The kids don't understand, but it's all right. Everybody else sure will one day understand just how important Yamato actually is, especially when she sets out to sea for the first time. And I'm hoping she can run into a few people that Ace ran into, that she can make a connection with, especially Sabo. But to get right into it, we kick it off with Kaku and Stutzy having a conversation, and their conversation is just going on about how just you can tell that Kaku is very heartbroken, and we all know that Kaku again doesn't want to be a CP0 agent forever. Kaku wants to settle down, go back to Water 7 probably, and be a shipwright. We all know Kaku's end goal is definitely not staying with them, but he respects Lucci so much that it's like, all right, cool, I respect you. Kind of like the Zoro and Luffy situation, like, you're my captain, I'll follow you, I dedicated myself to you already, now I'm staying here with you. But he's telling Stutzy to just go, because he knows that once Lucci gets there, Lucci will not be stopped. Lucci will most likely kill Stutzy. So he's telling Stutzy just go already and get the hell out of here. But as they're having that conversation, we cut back away. Of course, we know that Bonnie is now in her most free form. And it's Bonnie and Luffy both inside the Nika form as they're sitting around on the ship getting ready to sail. We have one of the 5 girls that comes out and shoots off this giant beam from his bird-like mouth. With that being said, we know that Luffy always has a plan. Luffy's plan this time around is to take the flame straight on, and then grab the Gurusei's wings so he can't fly anymore. And as he grabs the wings, he tells everybody to hit him as hard as they can from the back, like just wail up on him. And of course, it was Captain's orders. So Sanji and Frankie got right to it. And people are looking on. Well, Bonnie was looking on, was like, were you serious? Like, yes, we're dead serious. So then Bonnie charges up, an armament fist of a Dawn punch getting ready to go as well. And we have Frankie, Sanji, and Bonnie's attacks all now hitting Luffy. And of course, Bonnie used armament hockey, so it's going to hurt Luffy. And when he screams out, it hurts. Yeah, pretty much duh, because when you use hockey, that's what's going to happen. But his plan was successful, because as they hit him, he got to go ahead and get off the Gum Gum Dawn balloon, which made him send the Gurusei flying off. And that was the end we seen from the Gurusei. It's like the whole Team Rocket's blasting off again thing. Now we have one Gurusei that's down. So we cut back to it, and the ship is now ready. They're ready to get up out of here. The mast is up. They know it's go time. The flames are down. They got to use the oars probably. It's only one problem. Where is Usopp's group? And of course, with that being said, Usopp's group has not come down from the top yet. And we know the group consists of Usopp, Brook, Nami, Robin. So of course Sanji is going to be the one who says he'll go see, that he wants to go see instead Atlas is going to go see. But Atlas knows already that York is still monitoring them. So Atlas takes off, and Lilith has to be saved. So we have 2 Vegapunks left. Atlas and of course Lilith. I think Lilith may be the one who survives this one, because of the fact is that Lilith fits more of the crew's dynamics. And we got a lot of screen time with Lilith. I hope Atlas survives also, but we know that York is tracking both of them. And as Atlas takes off, we get a cutaway to the bottom of the ocean. where the giant robot is just sitting there. And this giant robot is sitting there, meaning that the Gurusei did not destroy it. So now the transponder snail is starting to come back on after being knocked out, and it's waking up. And as it's waking up, that means the picture is back on, and Vegapunk picks up inside of the conversation. And as he comes back on, it's making zero sense, because the entire part of what the D means has been lost because of the transponder spell being knocked out for a little bit. And we're in whole cake seeing this as Katakuri and his crew are looking on, even at Big News Morgan and Vivi. Everything is fixed now for some reason, because the memory and the mental waves of the transponder snail work on separate circuits. You gotta actually destroy it. And that's what we get from York. York tells the Gurusei that it's time to destroy it. They have to somehow, some way figure out how to wipe it off. But then we start getting ripples. And ripples equal earthquakes. Not just earthquakes though, because we have stuff fall from the sky. But it's not just debris. It's Cypher Pole agents still along with them. And some of the Seraphins. Now we have the Marines trying to catch them. Of course, because if they fall, they will die from that height. So the earthworm Gurusei pretty much had sucked all of them in, and now was spitting them all back out, and is now trying to suck in the Straw Hat ship. And as he tries this, Luffy says, enough of that, and sends him a nice little armamented left hook while he's in full Nika form still. And Vice Admiral Dahl is looking on and just thinking to herself, we have white giants, we have monsters, Cypher Pole agents falling from the sky, and she's thinking this has to be a bad dream. And as she thinks that, we get another Gurusei who comes up inside his boar form and is charging directly towards the giant's ship. He's trying to destroy the ship and knock it out, and this is bad. Luffy was taking care of one of the other Gurusei. Bonnie is knocked out cold because now she has overused too much of her freedom form, and she says that freedom is pretty much tiring. And she's now reverted back to her actual 12-year-old state where she's knocked unconscious, trying to recover. And of course, Sanji catches her. Sanji, bro, what are you doing? First off, what are you doing, bro? Come on now. You certified lover boy? Come on now. Come on now. But as this Gurusei is getting closer and closer to the ship to try to knock it out, we get a ripple, a rumble, earthquake, sea creature, beast pop right out of the water. And of course, it's the giant robot with his own version of his left hook as he knocks off one of the tusks off the Gurusei. And now we have a standoff. We have Gear 5 Luffy. We finally have the giant robot able to meet him now. And they're both holding off two of the Gurusei that are trying to attack them. Things are heating up. I wonder what really happened to that group up there. Nami's group should be jumping off sometime soon. We know that Jinbei and Zoro were heading towards them as well, so I'm sure they'll be fine. They have two of the top four commanders, two of the top four strongest Straw Hat members if something goes wrong. And we know that we have two Gurusei who are missing in action. Of course, we are missing Jay Garcia and we're missing Ethan. Both of them are missing right now, and we know that we're not in contact. But with the transponder being back on, the Gurusei might get distracted again, which opens up a window of opportunity for everybody to escape finally. But can't wait to see this. Of course, we know how much Luffy loves robots, and this robot in particular is actually moving and is connected with Luffy because of his Joy Boy state. This is going to be something amazing to see. We're continuing strong with what's going on here. Check out every single time we drop a banger up on this podcast. Man, Ichiro Oda is writing this up great. We know that we're going to be at Elbaf in October, I believe. So to see that the Giants did their thing. We know they're going to be able to escape from the Guru say freely and get up out of there. So let's only see what can happen. Bonnie, I'm glad you had the screen time inside your freest form, and it is tiring. You're still a 12-year-old girl. So being inside that free form, I know for a fact can be very tiring. Just think how much tiring it is for Luffy, who has to continue to eat as well. But we'll stop it here right now. Stay tuned for more of the 1216 podcast, where we're doing and bringing you some of the greatest in anime and pop culture conversations throughout every time we stream. Catch us live if you can. And this is 12 yet again, signing off for another banger.